Patchy the Pirate, leader of the SpongeBob SquarePants fan club, host of SpongeBob specials, professional pirate, and the arch nemesis of Will Ferrell. I'm not kidding, that actually happened. Over the years since his debut, Patchy has become more of a fan favorite, crossing over to different mediums, going from live action to stop motion to 2D animation. Hell, he was also in the video game SpongeBob Squarepants, aka my favorite 3DS game of all time, when I was 12. Today, to celebrate this character, I'm going to talk about some of his most memorable and his best moments on screen. Note, most of this is just my personal opinion, so please don't take any of this as fact. Also, to keep the video short, I'm only going to be talking about 4 of my favorite Patchy moments because let's be real, I cannot fit them all in one video. Now, with all that being said, let's go! To start the video off, I'm going to be talking about Patchy's debut episode, Christmas Who, specifically the intro scene. This introduction scene does a good job at introducing Patchy and Patty, with Patchy being the leader of the SpongeBob SquarePants fan club, on the episode's host, a role that he would play in almost all of his appearances after this, and Patty being his bird braid pet. Honestly, this is one of the first things I think of when I think about Patchy the Pirate. One of the reasons why I like this scene is probably just the nostalgia, but in general the entire Christmas aesthetic. Seeing Patchy introduce himself and going around his house getting ready for the Christmas season while also doing stuff like opening fan mail, it's just really wholesome to me. And like what I said in my best SpongeBob Christmas special video, Tom Kenny does a good job playing Patchy, and Patchy's hosting abilities is just on point here. There's a reason why Patchy isn't a one-off character. He's an entertaining and fun host, and this introduction scene shows that.
Hey, yo, mistletoe! Time for somebody to kiss Patchy the Pirate! No, not you! I don't want to kiss you! No, we've talked about this!
The Sponge Who Could Fly is an episode that exists, and that's all I have to say about the Sponge Who Could Fly. In the beginning of the episode, the camera crew, for some reason, is filming Patchy taking a shower. And this understandably scares Patchy because thousands or millions of people almost saw his pee-pee. Then Patty tells him why the camera crew is there is because the viewers at home want to watch the lost episode. And Patchy is the one that was in possession of the lost episode. And Patchy tells him in the audience that he lost the lost episode. Wow, how ironic. So Patchy and Patty go on a treasure hunt to find the lost episode, so them and the fans at home can watch it. After a while, they find the lost episode, and Steven Hillenburg apparently. Then they return home to watch the episode, and this short walk cycle plays, making Patchy mad, and this causes him to get rid of all of his SpongeBob merchandise, and to run away, regretting ever being a SpongeBob fan. Then it's revealed that this was just a joke, and that the real lost episode was about to play. Then Patchy hears this and runs back in and acts like none of that shit has happened, and is like, let's finally watch, I was not fooled for a second. This entire scene shows how much Patchy cares about SpongeBob. Mary risks his life to go on a lost media search for a SpongeBob episode that no one remembers. That's badass! Then when he fought the lost episode, which is a lame walk cycle, he reacts how any normal fan would if we had to go on that same journey. This shows how much Patchy cares about the show and what Patchy does when he's not hosting SpongeBob specials. I wish we got more of Patchy going on treasure hunts, because the one he goes on here is just very fun to watch. Sorry I'm not going in depth with some of these, but it's just hard to explain. Just watch these scenes for yourself after this video.
Oh no! I've ruined the lost episode!
Again, Atlantis Squarepants is mid. I already talked about it in my last video and I don't want to go more in detail about it. Patchy is generally one of the best parts of that special, but one of my favorite scenes in the whole special is the "We're back in Encino" scene. For context, Patchy returns to Encino after being stuck in traffic. And when he gets home, he sees that Encino is gone and now it's nothing but desert. Then as Patchy becomes more and more dehydrated and hungry, he starts to hallucinate, and this causes him to see Spongebob. Spongebob tells him that Encino isn't gone and that he just has to believe. Then Patchy falls asleep and has a dream that he's back in Encino, and he celebrates by doing a montage, enjoying the fact that Encino is back and that he's no longer dying of dehydration in the desert. While he's enjoying some ice cream, the ice cream falls out of the cone, and this freaks Patchy out, causing him to wake up from his dream. I like this moment because during the whole episode, until the end, Patchy was stuck in the desert, slowly dying of dehydration and mourning the loss of the city of Encino. Seeing this dream sequence of him thinking that Encino was never gone and him dancing around and appreciating the place that he calls home is funny and random, and I'll forever love it for it. It's a highlight of a very mid-episode and the most memorable part of that whole episode in my opinion.
Don't lose hope. Everything will be all right when you get to Encino.
But...
It's not gone if you believe.
Honestly, if this scene did not exist, back in Encino would have been #1, but fortunately this scene does exist, and now I'm going to talk about it. In the episode SpongeBob's Birthday Blowout, Patchy goes on a quest to find SpongeBob so he can give him a present for his birthday. And at the end of the episode, something amazing happens. After SpongeBob and Patrick return from their tour of the surface world, a giant gift appears, and in that gift, Patchy's head appears to wish SpongeBob a happy birthday. Then everyone sings the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song, ending the episode. Yeah, I know the logic of Patchy being able to breathe underwater doesn't make sense, but talking aquatic animals and dancing beans don't make sense either, so who am I to judge? This moment is very special for one reason, and that reason was, this was the moment where Patchy, someone that tried to meet SpongeBob multiple times by hosting specials for Nickelodeon, community lunches, and hell, he even tried to go to the Bikini Atoll. For a while, it was something that was never going to happen, like the bunny eating tricks, or Chuck E. Cheese meeting Freddy Fazbear. And then in 2019, to celebrate the 20th anniversary, the impossible happened. Patchy finally met his hero. And if your thing is not canon like the Legend of Bikini Bottom or the SpongeBob spin-offs, you're wrong. In the episode Road to Christmas, Patchy and his parrot Potty briefly appear in animated form, meaning that this moment is canon, and that just makes it 10 times better. They easily could have pulled a Troy's Revenge or Atlantis Squarepantis and have it be a one-time thing and not be canon, like some of these other Nickelodeon shows. But no, they didn't. It made this moment canon. It's canon. That itself makes this the best Patchy moment of all time, in my opinion.
Oh, Potty, you're full of gas. Get out of here. I see the problem.
And that is it for this video. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Patchy moments were, because I just want to know if I missed some or if yours was different than mine. Generally, I just want to hear what your favorite Patchy moments were, because generally I just want to know what other people think. Also, shout out to all my #1 viewers, the Spongy channel, who actually suggested this video. This has been Roberto, and good night, Bikini Bottom!